Hello YouTube, it's Werewolfy Wolf here. Sorry if my mic's too loud. Um, trying out something new. Today we are doing a video on the Sibir, or World Warships. Um, I know my typical content's like War Thunder, stuff like that, other things. But yeah, today we are doing a video on Sibir. She's a. I don't really know much about her. I believe she's very similar to the. I think she's either a sister ship of the Kremlin class. Um, I am very bad at pronunciation of names, but this ship, I believe, she's a very similar class. Yes, they're both Project 24. But yeah, we'll be doing some gameplay on her. I probably won't be doing any. I mean, I could probably do PvP match or so. I just avoid PvP quite often because I just don't feel like recording it because just some people in there are very not the friendliest, and I only have chat on so I can see when someone's yelling that there's a destroyer approaching my rear because I have no idea or I just don't see it because I'll be focused on destroying enemy warship or, any other thing. I also see that it says that the volume's going into the red. Uh, um, so I'm sorry if this is extremely loud or what. I changed the output volume of my mic because I've noticed my last few videos have been very quiet. So if this is extremely loud, I am very sorry. Again, I'm quite new to this and I have no idea how much sensitivity my mic is going to be or how not sensitive it's going to be. And dear God, it's this operation. I do not like this operation one bit. But hey, we'll try our best. Um, what always is annoying is the first starting destroyers, because the first starting destroyers, if not taken care of quickly, are very devastating to our allied forces. Everyone's saying higher winds and following seas. Now we have a super ship in our hobby. Ah, the French one. I've not seen one since my brother played it. I remember my brother not enjoying it entirely. It was so here's a fun story from back when I first started playing World Warships. Well, okay, to be fair, I've been playing since I was like 5 or 6. So I've been playing this game for a long time, but this is I took a break, played a lot of War Thunder, came back. But a fun story I have is when I first came back, it was right after they did the Christmas event a few years ago, where they gave away free tier 9 or free tier 10. Unfortunately, I came back too late, so I didn't get that. But my brother has it. I don't have it. But my brother, so he wanted to play tier 10. I didn't have any tier 10s at the time, and he didn't like playing low tier. So I played a lot of low tier myself, grinded up to get the Yamato. So fast forward a few days, and he comes to me because he got his first super ship, and he's like, I want to 1v1 you. And keep in mind, I'm still pretty new to the game. I still don't know how the dynamics work. I don't really know what super ship was. Because when I first started playing, I don't think they had super ships quite yet. I think there's only Yamato at the highest tier. And I think there may have been Shikishima, possibly, but I don't remember them being quite a thing as they are now. And my shows just traveled like crazy. But yeah, he's like, hey, let's 1v1. So I'm like, okay, sure. And typically in like War Thunder or other games, he does like we're very, very equal. Unless it's air, because then I was superior than he was at air because I just knew more mechanics on War Thunder, but nowadays we're probably more equal. I'm better at the missile part, he's better at the dogfight part. But so we get into this match, and it's on this typical PvP match on this map I played once in a while when I was playing the Iwazumi, or the ship before Yamato. So I kind of knew what the map layout was. I didn't really know too much about it because I was still new. I still don't really know that map that well because I just don't like playing it. And when I do get it, it's typically very situational situation. Typically, if I'm in a battleship, I can just, eat a lot of damage and just survive for a while. But yeah, so we get into this thing. He goes wide, and I'm kind of just going straight down the middle of the map. And he spots me. He doesn't fire because he's trying to get up close and personal for burst fire. I think it's burst fire. Does that ship have burst fire? Yes, burst fire and torpedoes with bullet reload. So you can kind of see what he's trying to go. He's trying to get personal and close. Me, I was trying to keep my distance. So I get to this point where he gets behind me, close to where my spawn was, and I'm close to where his spawn was. So we kind of end up swapping places on the map. And there's this big island between us. Well, he tries coming out in front of me on the front of the island, and so I do. I stop and I start reversing, and he just opens up his side way too much to the point where even as a new player, it's a juicy target because, I mean, I'm not new to World of Warship mechanics. I played the Xbox World of Warships for a very long time with my dad and my brother, so I still knew what I was doing in some aspects. It's just PC versus Xbox. There's a lot more mechanics here than there is in and plus, also, I was also really surprised to find out that the ammunition detonation mechanic was removed, which very sad for me, because I love that mechanic, but because I thought it was a fun, little realistic kind of thing. But having it removed is fine. It means I just have a rare achievement that no new players get. Which ironically, I got it from playing, I believe, a cruiser. That's another story. But yeah, so my brother comes out from me. He tries doing damage, but all of his shots ricochet off the Yamato. But he just has a side way too open, so I aim for the lower center and just fully Citadel it because, well, unlike battleships, he doesn't really have that much for Citadel protection. And also, it's a Yamato almost point blank range. It's going to pretty much one tap him. Ever since then, he's never asked me to 1v1 him. I'm curious to see how a more modern 1v1 would do. Especially if we did another tier 10 1v1. We both purchased super ships at one point, both sold both super ships at one point because we both realized super ships are just kind of useless, especially when I have like a Sibir that's maybe 20k less health and can just do the exact same thing with its own like super booster. So yeah, it was a very fun experience, and one of my first experiences I've had with this game as almost when I was starting to play this game full time. It reminds me of another story. This is back when me and Sebastian did a bunch of 1v1s, which is, if you don't know that is, he's Captain Cast Iron, he's my brother. But this was back in the day where we did a lot of customs in War Thunder. And one of my favorite ones was he was in a F5. I was in MiG-21, and I had a screenshot on my phone that I've always had for I don't know how many years now. But we had a rule: cockpit only dogfight, and it was very cinematic watching the F5 zoom past me, and then I would zoom, and I had a screenshot of going head on with him. It was a vertical climb. He was coming down at me. I was going up at him, and I only saw him for about 3 seconds. And in that 3 seconds, I pulled my machine gun trigger and shot his wing off, and it knocked him out. And it was a very interesting dogfight, and that's how it ended. It was very quick and very short. Because what happened was originally was we first came head on. We both he pulled up harder than I did. Me realizing he was above me, I pulled up, which caused him to come down at me, which is why we only saw each other for about 3 seconds. Which is kind of crazy how short of an engagement that was. But it's also how fast we were moving. Which makes me wonder about how, like, real life dogfights happen. How fast an actual engagement can happen. I see a lot of anti-aircraft fire. You know, I say this is kind of like playing. The biggest thing about like recording stuff like this is just being entertaining, which is very hard for me, who's always been very antisocial. So it's a learning experience and a big curveball. But yeah, and I don't know how many people actually watch these videos or just don't because the audio quality sucks. I am sorry for that. I didn't realize how quiet it was until I was watching my own video recently, and I was like, ew, it's that quiet. Also, the reason I'm not shooting anything is because I only have a 19 kilometer main battery range, and most of those targets are about 20 kilometers, except for that Yumahari. Or, yeah, Megiri. I would love to shoot the Yuma. That might be too far of a lead. We'll see, but we're also 18 kilometers away, so... A bit of a... Okay. How did I land that short? Ah. Okay, who has the most range for a battleship? Retard. Okay. It's also like 11:30 at night when I'm recording this, so I'm sorry if I yawn through some of this. Hold on. Watch out. I'm about on Yamato-sized ship coming through to help. I will force reload. HE. My max range is 19.6. So I need to get in 19.6 kilometers to launch my HE at the target, which we are currently 19.19, 19.8, 19.7. So here should be in range. We just need midway to spot the place. Come on, spot the airfield for me. There we go. Might not be in a good spot to hit that tree after we hit the later, but we'll go for there. This might shoot over. Yeah, that shot way over. So maybe hit right here. Let's see where these land. Some of these shows are going to just hit the mountain, it seems. Damn. It might be better just to switch targets to that one. Have my secondaries focus on that destroyer. Have my main battery traverse. Actually, we should be in range, so come on. Dude. There we go. Have that secondary target zoom. There we go. They're doing a lot more damage to that place. We just need to have we just need to have 4 ships survive, which is fine. I'm gonna wait for my third gun to reload because I like watching all main batteries fire to salvo. I'm not sure how much damage that actually did. Target the Umegari. 14 seconds before main batteries are reloaded. I have to say, so I ended up staying up really late the other day playing with this ship. I say the other day, but it was like yesterday. I ended up staying up pretty late yesterday playing this ship, trying to do Brawl, because I kinda was being lazy and I didn't do the Brawl when I was supposed to, and yeah, it was a whole deal. So I ended up getting up late, or staying up late, and doing the Brawl, which was a very taxing thing. But I gotta say, this ship in Brawl does really good, especially when it's tier 10. Tier 9 and tier 8 Brawl, it's okay. I prefer tier 10 personally because I think this is just, I have more fun up there. There we go. And we've achieved victory. I believe, completing all side tasks. Did we complete all side tasks? Yes, we did. That's actually the second game tonight we've completed all side tasks, which is pretty good. And no, I'm not. And I say, yes, I played for several years. I think 9 years in total. And so, like, this was my very first ship to get the first tier 10. Yamato tier 10, which I know the XP is pretty low for a ship that I've had for a few years now. I know it's nothing crazy, it's just like 2600 XP. And you can tell that I've not been playing as long. I've not been playing for 9 years. Otherwise, I would probably have most of this stuff, like other people who stream and stuff, you know. But hey, I'm not like most people. I am me. You come here to watch me, so get with it. Yeah. And yeah, let's go into another match. Now, this might be like a 2-match kind of video because that last match lasted almost 19 minutes since recording started, which is crazy. I'm also tired. Very tired. But, no. So I might go to bed here soon. Or I might go hop onto someone's stream. I see one of my friends streaming. So I might go chill with them for a bit. Who knows? Okay, this is gonna be interesting. This is the first time I've got to this map with a ship, so most of our teammates are tier 10s. Oh, yeah, Yoshino. Hopefully he knows what he's doing and doesn't get citadeled. If he gets citadeled, it's kinda on him. Because we all know Yoshino's and the tier 9 version of that ship that doesn't have like the torpedoes are very easy to be torpedoed. Very easy. We have a Hindenburg, Schlieffen, Yumagamo, Gehringer. So we got some decent ships. Yes, we know. Destroy the enemy vanguard before they reach the blah 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 blah. Eyes out. Boink. Why did I eventually love it? Oh, that's right. Well, I still did half its damage with HE. I mean, I did 13k damage with HE. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit. Hey, can you not set me on fire? Thank you. Speedy friendship. I am speed. Eyes out. Why are they facing this way? Like, typically, they don't aim this way. Oh well. Okay, I guess my secondary is want to shoot that guy. Unfortunately, all those ships are out of my range, so. Time to heal my ship, because my ship is damaged. The Azuma's in range. That's the name of the ship, because the Yoshino and the Azuma are really pretty much the exact same ship, just one has torpedoes and one doesn't. No, I might fix up my knuckles cracking. Interesting. Yeah, I know the consumable has been activated for a long time. It's not like it took a lot of damage. Hey, I have the same amount of health as my, Iowa? No, not Iowa. I forget the name of the tier 10. Damn. The guy shot died. And so. Okay, torpedoes are coming. Okay. It's like, They just seem to be alive for a lot longer than I thought they would be. Yep, there goes 1, 2, maybe 3. No, there's actually lives, surprisingly. I'm gonna slow down to 1/4 speed. Wait for Musashi Gum into range, and then launch my vehicle. I do love the sound of these guns, the 457s on this Russian battleship. They sound so good. Torpedo. Oh, there's two more Sashis, huh? That's a first for me. Also, it nearly has the same amount of health as me. That's crazy. And that's a tier 9 ship, too. But then again, she has Elemental sister ship, so. But I know base game she doesn't have that much health. I think she only has like 94,000 health. I believe. Maybe it's 100,000. I don't know. I don't believe it's that high. I'm gonna speed up here so I can transition my guns to the other targets. Unfortunately, not really any of these ships are in secondary range, so I can't really build up my booster. And we just lost the command ship. Great! Oh, that's annoying. Command ship down. Hi, Zoma. You want to really be like a good lad and give me nice juicy Citadel here. Okay, why am I being the one being targeted here? You know, you should totally just shoot that rock in front of you. Dang, there we should. I'm trying to shoot dice. Nice. Yeah, that one's gonna be dead. Let me turn off my cooldown. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry, I've gotten a lot more quiet. I'm just more so focusing on the game. Like I do. Oh, we lost our ship. How unfortunate. I was really hoping that would do more damage. Yeah, it sees me. That's crazy how much Japanese HE does to me. Yeah, my shields are gonna land a bit ahead of the target. Oh wow. Oh, that one hurt. I love how the one time we're about to kill all 3 battleships is the only time that we don't get the actual, like, objective to do. Which is very funny to me. What's faster, my reload timer to fire on my ship? Yeah, probably me exploding. But I did my job and covered the escorts. Victory is ours. And we didn't lose a single escort ship. Again, the only time we don't have the actual objective. That's very funny. We get 2 objectives done that aren't even for the current mission, which is very funny. Apparently, we forgot to rescue the commander of the sinking Russian ship. But, oh well. We still complete the mission. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my Wolfie Wolf signing off. I will.